welcome back to our channel. It's Bella here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this look using the new Dose of Colors Snow Angels palette. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching. And if you want to be entered in this month's giveaway, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you have your post notifications turned on. Hit that bell button. And don't forget to leave a comment down below saying done. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelid, and then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty sponge to blend it out. And then I go in with some translucent powder to set that in place. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be using the Pop Beauty Celestial Light highlighter. And this is one of my favorite highlighters to highlight my brow bone just because it just gives such a nice pop. And it's just a really beautiful, light, frosty shade. So the first shade that I went in with is this shade called Cashmere. And I just put it all over my crease, going in back and forth motions as my transition shade. Next, I went into the shade called Pretty Bold, which is this beautiful pink shade, and I just grabbed a defined angled brush and I just put that directly in my crease, going in back and forth motions, really starting to build up the depth. And then I went back into Cashmere and I grabbed a little bit more of that Pretty Bold shade, and I just grabbed a fluffier brush. And I just really started to buff those two shades together and just bring the shadows up a little bit higher in the crease. Next, I went into the shade Berry Cold. And I used this small blending brush and I just put it a little bit on top of where I applied the previous shades. And then I went back into the shade Pretty Bold once again and I just blended out that shade, and I found that these shadows blended really nicely. And then I went back into the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer and I just cleaned up all over the lid. And this step is definitely optional, but I just really like the way that it just cleans everything up. And then I just set the lid with some translucent powder. And then I mixed the shades Cashmere and Pretty Bold. And I just really started to add some depth in the inner corner of my lid and the outer corner of my lid, and slightly fading it inwards. Just doing light tapping motions just to make sure that those colors are nice and diffused. And then for glitter, I used my BH Cosmetics Smoky Gold Glitter and my NYX Glitter Primer. And I just applied that to the very center of my lid. And then I did little tapping motions on the outer part of where I applied the glitter just so that it is a little bit more blended. And then for lashes, I'm using my Sofie Bella Barbados lashes. The link will be in the description box below for those of you guys that want to check them out. And you can actually get 10% off your first purchase. Next, I went back into that shade Pretty Bold, which is the pink shade, and I just grabbed a fluffy shader brush and I started to buff that out on my lower lashes. Just going in back and forth motions just as my transition shade for my lower lash line. And then I went into the shade Berry Cold and I really focused this on the inner and outer corners of my lower lash line. So we're pretty much mimicking what we did on the lid on the lower lash line. And I found that using a defined angled brush really helped to keep it nice and precise. And then I went back into the shade Pretty Bold and I just blended everything together. And then lastly, I just took the glitter once again from BH Cosmetics in the shade Smoky Gold and I just popped it on the very center part of my lower lash line, and I did use my NYX Glitter Primer once again. And lastly, I just applied some lower lash mascara, and this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell button, turn your post notifications on so you never miss a video. And make sure that you comment down below saying done to be entered in all of our future giveaways. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.